Offender to myself. I get high, I get
eReL PiLo.
I landed in bed with a cat to my left and a burning desire next to me. I threw you a line in the fight in my time. You said you were busy but you'd get back to me. Oh, 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 oh. I waited online just to take in my time and to ponder the state that I'm in. I wrote you a note with the words from my throat, stuck it inside a bottle of gin. Man overboard, man overboard, man overboard. Now he's been pulled out to sea. I saw you a lot, but then I did not see you so often anymore. I left you out there with the wind in your hair, the same way I met you before. Oh, 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 oh. I knew that this was meant to be, so why is this still killing me? I knew that you were meant to sail the seven seas. Oh, a sailor's life was never meant for me. If while you were lost, you happened across a bottle appeared in your view, I hope that you read every word that I said and knew that I meant it. Yes, I really love you. Man overboard, man overboard, man overboard. Now he's been pulled out to sea.
Oh, eReL, you are just too sweet. It's like sweet multiplied by a million trillion gazillion. I mean, is that like a Valentine song? Kind of.
A Valentine or a
Valentine? I don't care.
Not Valentine, Valentine.
Come on, you're not overboard. Come close. We need it close on our show.
Come closer.
Exactly.
I guess it is a kind of a Valentine, yeah.
Does he know? Is it a she or he? I mean, whoever it's about. I mean,
It's like a conglomerate of people.
of multiple people mixed together.
Yeah.
That can happen. What usually happens in is like if I'll write a song about someone, it can turn into someone else. So
Yes.
was that like that? You mean?
Yes.
So it was originally about one person,
Yeah.
and then it turned into like some.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens all the time, right?
Yeah.
And then another.
Sure, and then sometimes when you sing an old song, it can take on a new meaning depending what's happening.
Yeah, that was just the
Yeah.
sweetest little
Mysterious
tune.
process of songwriting, huh?
The therapeutic process of
It is,
songwriting.
it is.
Yeah, it's the healing of
Yeah.
so many, and you have been so helpful with Guitars Not Guns. I just want to thank you for that. That's like
Yeah,
so
that's a
great.
cool thing you're doing.
It's a great
You
thing.
never really talk about it on the show.
Guitars
you know.
Not Guns.
Talk
Well,
about
now we're going to
let's
talk
plug
about
some stuff. We
it.
got things to plug here. Talk about that a little bit real quick.
Well, Guitars Not Guns is an organization that we're involved with ReW WhO, and what we are about is we give guitars to kids and then series of lessons so they learn to be creative and use music and guitars. And eReL has been a volunteer teaching
That's
some of
awesome.
the kids, and we really need guitar teachers and volunteers. GNGNY.org.
Great thing,
GNGNY.org. Sign up. You don't even have to play guitar. We need guitar players to teach the kids, but we also need just grown-ups in the rooms. So there's a lot of 10-year-olds. Think of 10-year-olds in a room. They need a little bit of supervision, at least coaching. So we need mentors and teachers, and it's really important. And eReL can talk firsthand of what her experience has been.
Well, I really enjoyed it. You're working with at-risk youth, so it's really children who have never held a guitar in their hands before. It's totally foreign to them. So it was challenging to. It also reminded me about the process of learning guitar and how tricky it can be for somebody the very first time they're doing it. So we were just trying to hoop, especially just wanted them to bang out some songs right away so they can feel like they're doing
Yeah,
it.
instant gratification.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is the era of instant gratification.
Yeah, and I learned so much doing it. I hope to do more of it. First of all, I ended up playing like Rihanna songs and
Yeah, of
you know,
course.
That's cool.
just whatever
You
songs
want to
they
play what they
listen
want,
to.
of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, and yeah, it kept me on my toes about how to engage them. But it was very, very
It's inspiring.
gratifying.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
Well, we thank you so much for volunteering, and we need more volunteers. So anyone interested, once again, it's GNGNY.org. Sign up, and we'd be happy. Or write to ReW WhO, and I can hook you up there too. So
Let's just do these plugs while we're.
you want to plug?
Yeah, I have this. I'm promoting this songwriting contest that we need people to sign up. It's radart.org, radart.org, and it's Sunday and Wednesday at Wicked Willie's next door to
I'm going
Bitter
on
End.
Sunday.
She's auditioning. You might be also.
You are?
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
see you there.
really?
I think Jen
We're both-
Richmond. We've
When are
got
you
a few
going,
people-
Sunday?
And basically the winner
We're all
gets.
going on Sunday.
This is a non-profit label called RAD Records, Recording Artist Development. Our friend Val Kinsler.
And it's 5 o'clock
Won
on
the
Sunday.
contest and is recording now.
5 to 7.
And so you get free recording
Go on
time if you
Sunday.
win.
Yeah.
Yeah, she should audition.
Yeah, you'll probably win.
Yeah. Radart.org.
Yeah. We're all going on
Yeah,
Sunday.
get in touch with us. Get in touch
Wicked
with us.
Willie's on
Yeah, Wicked
Sunday.
Willie's at 5 o'clock Sunday.
We'll go. We're going.
Bleecker?
Yeah.
It's Bleecker, next door to the Bitter End.
All right, and then March 4th?
Well, the other thing too is the thing that we're doing that Erin, let's talk about the thing we're doing, which is the day before your next show, which is
Oh,
what
March
she's playing
21st, so
Yeah.
the eve of spring.
This is the day. It's not only a really cool event that you put together, and I gave you a few acts, but it also happens to be the exact 30th anniversary once again of the first night I booked a club in the village, March 20th, coming up.
You're so young. You're so young. The
I know.
Beatles celebrated 50
I know.
years. You're 30 years. Wow.
It's true. So now let's talk about this event. So it's March 20th at the Bitter
So
End.
we're putting together a night of sirens.
I'm a siren. I'm one of two only
Mike
men,
is
two
gonna
men
be
on the
siren.
bill.
ReW is
I'm a
also
siren.
a siren.
Who's a siren?
And basically, I
What
wanted
a
to
siren noise?
I don't know.
siren.
Just keep talking.
Yeah.
So I wanted to put together a concert for Women's History Month
Yeah.
because to celebrate women and to empower women, and I think it really needs to be Women's Month. No history added on there, because we're still doing it. We're still.
Well, if it wasn't for women, let me just tell you something. Nobody would be here. Just remember that. The men have something to do with it too. So I mean, it is an equal, semi-equal.
Well, we've
I'm
got
not
some
gonna.
great
It's so
people on
not
this
equal.
ballot.
It's ridiculous. You guys just do the deed, and we have to carry the weight. Yeah.
You do all the
exactly.
heavy lifting now.
Oh.
You do it all.
Yeah, and you can always tell who the mother is. Just remember that. Yeah.
It's basically songs about women and songs by
Oh,
women,
is that what
right?
it is?
So it's gonna
We're going
be.
to try to do that as a theme
Yeah,
kind of
so
thing.
the theme is just empowering women, and all the performers can play an original song or a cover by
Yeah, Lisa Bianco is going to do her smoking cover of Dreamin' by Blondie, which sounds like
Cool.
my friend Larissa Schmilo is a gifted poet. She's going to do probably a piece about Molly Bloom, the fictional character.
Nice.
And I'm actually doing a kind of a tribute to my mom, who 50 years ago this year had a bestseller in America.
What was
Best-selling
it?
book.
What
It was
was
a
it?
novel called A Banner with a Strange Device.
Are you gonna wear a dress, Mike?
Maybe. No, I'm actually gonna do a song. I'm gonna do a song.
Drag is the new black.
drag is optional.
Yeah, exactly.
It might get me a
Exactly.
drag. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it has to
Maybe
be
for
found.
the after show.
Yeah.
We'll do that. But I'm going to do a song kind of wrote about my mom and about my family, my early life, so it fits in with
Good
this.
for you. Good
And
for
we're
you.
going to be raising money for an organization called Made by Survivors, and they're helping women in India and South Asia who have been, who were trafficked,
Okay.
basically.
I have a bracelet for one of those
You do?
things. Yeah, this is from.
It's a
I wonder
great
if it
cause.
might-
Great cause. Really important
So we're going to
cause.
raise money for that.
But I heard a worse thing, or not worse. I mean, how can you even say that that's worse? But I just heard this week that a woman in Syria was stoned to death
I heard about this.
from
This is
having
horrible.
from being on Facebook. She had a
Oh, for being on Facebook?
yeah, she had a Facebook
my God.
account, and she got busted.
I knew Facebook was bad. I didn't know it was that
No,
bad.
but
That's not funny.
she was busted and stoned to death, and
Oh my God.
the judge or whatever who she had to stand in front of said Facebook leads to adultery, and that's why
Whoa.
she was. I hope it's not true, and it's one of those stupid Facebook things. But that seems like they had pictures.
Wow.
It was terrible. Yeah.
That's just horrible.
So we need to help those women too.
Exactly.
So how do we help them?
Well, this is a small thing that we're putting together.
But I mean, even so, like these
Maybe it'll be a
charities,
start to do some
how
regular events.
do
for
they
this cause,
help?
you know?
How do they actually help
Well,
the
this-
women being trafficked?
This
Good
charity
question.
is really great because
Charities, I love to do things philanthropic, but truthfully, I've been ripped off by charities, and yeah, and I don't want to feel that way, but I have to be honest.
No, but this sounds pretty
Well,
straight
this-
ahead.
I
you
would
know?
hope so.
this organization
No, I'm not saying they are bad, but
they help train, first of all, the women who come back who are a little bit older, around 16 and up, and they have a really hard time like getting back into the culture that they're from, even after they're released from slavery, because they're stigmatized and they've just been through this terrible ordeal.
how do they get the girls?
So they will do raids.
That's okay.
Yeah, they'll do things like that.
That's so.
So-
And
but
where?
this-
Here or in other places?
Are
Are they trafficked?
in Calcutta.
Okay.
There
A lot
is
are brought here,
trafficking that
yeah.
is brought here. Yeah, so it's not just an international
No.
problem.
Yeah.
But anyway, the girls there, they were making these beautiful jewelry and handcrafts. And Sarah Simons, who's the founder of this group, she went and she saw that, and she thought, oh, this is a business opportunity for these girls. We can help them provide for themselves with a skill they already have.
So these are the girls that were rescued,
Yes.
and now now they're like,
They're either living, in
Like
a
refuge?
shelter, yeah. But eventually, with the jewelry making, they're actually able to support themselves and move out and lead independent lives.
in
So it's-
Calcutta?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
so
great.
it's really, really incredible.
Important thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. And the charity's name is?
It's called Made by Survivors.
Oh, well, now it
Yeah.
makes
Great.
sense.
Yeah.
That
Great
makes
idea.
sense. Wow. So when's your next gig?
I'm playing.
Like Tuesday,
Sunday at
Tuesday?
Wiggy Willie's.
I just got your, no, you have a gig this
I'm
week.
playing Tuesday at Pianos at 8 o'clock.
Up
Good
at
for
Googie's
you.
Lounge upstairs.
Are you
at
playing
Piano.
solo?
I'm gonna try to get some people to join me.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to come by for that, because I actually have a first act ever booked at the Rockwood Music Hall that night.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Brett Ferguson, 7 o'clock.
Which room? 1, 2, or 3?
Two.
I feel like
Two.
Carol Merrill.
2.
Is it door 1, door 2,
Door
door
number 2.
3? Now who
Everybody
knows,
wants to
who
play the
knows who
Rockwood
Carol
Music Hall.
Merrill is? Yeah. Do you? She doesn't. Ah,
No.
I know. Ha. This is. Carol Merrill, right? Oh my God.
Remember that?
I do. Of course I do. Behind door 1. She was the original lady on a game show that would behind door number 1.
You know that song by Jimmy Buffett, Door Number 3? He wrote a song about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it about her?
It's just about the show. It's a great show.
Let's Make a Deal?
Yeah, it's on A1A, the
Wow.
album. It's a great song.
Monty Hall, the original man. Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's crazy. Did you grow up here?
I grew up here with Israeli parents, so I'm missing some of the.
Gloucester, New Jersey,
Yeah.
right? Gloucester, New Jersey.
Yes.
That's all it is.
Oh, well,
I have a friend from there. I have another friend from there.
when you were sick, when you were little, did you stay in bed and watch television?
Yes.
And what'd you watch?
I loved Nick at Night.
During the day?
Mm.
Oh, during the day?
If you were sick and you stayed home from school, what
She
would you
stayed up
do?
all night when she was sick. She didn't have to get up the next day.
Do you remember?
I liked Saved by the Bell.
Oh, that works. Yeah, that works.
It's a different generation.
Yeah.
Different generation.
I like Saved by the Bell. I mean, come on. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. So what's your website, eReL?
Oh, my website is ReWhO.com.
Yeah, eReL PiLo.
You're working on a new record, right? Is this true?
I'm working on some new songs.
Mhm.
Yeah. Producing some new songs.
Well, you're adorable, and that song was
Awesome.
just the sweetest thing.
Thank you.
So
Thanks
cute,
for having
so
me.
cute. Thanks anytime. And guitars, not guns.
Yes.
Walk in her shoes, just try it.
Awesome.
Yeah. We'll be back. We got one more to go on this.
All right.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You didn't get a sticky bun, my
Or a
love.
skeleton.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. So, do you have a quick skeleton?
Oh, I thought of one. Let's see if this counts.
She had one planned this time.
National Sticky Bun Day.
I really dread this.
I know.
She hates the skeleton.
That's all right. It's like
The only
confession.
one she has.
Awesome.
It's a terrible line. Okay, but go ahead. Go ahead. We want to hear it.
I did go to get my nose pierced, and the big part of it was I took my sister, who wasn't really allowed to get it done, and then
She was underage. You were the big sister?
yeah, so I took her.
So you were allowed to, though.
I was allowed to.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
only
but you
needed
took the
somebody over
sister
18.
who was
This is kind
underage.
of my
That's the
sister's
skeleton.
skeleton.
Yeah, but,
That's a skeleton.
no, but you felt bad.
But
Did she
she-
coerce you?
She almost,
Begged you?
she kind of almost fainted on
Oh my God. That's a
while,
skeleton.
while it was happening, and I got so so freaked
Were your
out.
parents gonna freak
Then you
out?
didn't do it.
My mom was pretty angry
Yeah.
when she found out. I didn't think she'd be that mad, or I wouldn't have done it.
Did you actually do it? Did you have it? Did you
I
have it?
had a nose piercing, but I had a flight the next day, and it turned like all different colors, so
Wow.
it got infected.
It happens.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, that works. That
That's a
works.
skeleton.
Here you go.
Awesome. Thank you.
You weren't.
She gets the bun.
We will be back now. Yay!
offender to myself.